Well, hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So, as you can see, I am back from the woods. Okay, it was gorgeous out there. We were in North Carolina. We're actually near where the Hurricane Helen ravaged last October. It's still not 100%. There's still a lot of things closed down, but it's still really beautiful and nothing like I've ever experienced before. I had never swam in a lake before. That was incredible. I always thought it would be scary and gross. You can see to the bottom of these lakes, they're gorgeous. Um, that being said, I had no internet and it was a rough week. So we have all this shit going on. Then we have my work is complicated right now as well. So between everything going on, I couldn't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Now, we did have like when we were driving to different lakes, we had internet for a little bit. So I was able to, I'm sure a lot of you saw the video. And I really do want to. All right, I'm going to try to apologize for this, but I am not intending on doubling down what I said. So if it looks like I'm doubling down, that's because I suck and I don't know how to communicate. But here's the facts that happened. I get a message on my phone from Reddit, right? So I keep the Reddit notifications, and then she had posted this video. So immediately, Papa and I listened to it on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I have got to do a reaction to this. So I downloaded knowing that I wouldn't have time to record right then and there. As like I said, we were on our way to the lake. I don't think anybody would appreciate, oh, Angela's got to do a reaction video on some fucking evil see you next Tuesday on the internet and evil. I don't think I use that word enough, so I'm going to use the word evil a lot right now. So, I couldn't stop and do a video. I wanted to live in the moment. So I downloaded the transcript and I had AI help write a script. And I said, be dramatic and sarcastic. Because I don't understand the stunt she pulled. I don't understand who on her team, which consists of her and her mother, probably, just thought it was a good idea. I don't know. But so I downloaded the transcript. I put it through AI and then downloaded that to my machine. So I had a script. So I got back to camp, and that's when you saw I recorded the video. Camp is beautiful. That backdrop, by the way, there may be a move to North Carolina in the future for me. We're considering it because that's how much I love that state. But anyways, so I read the script and then I gave my personal thoughts. Now, this is where I gave my personal thoughts. Everything, okay, well, this is the way I think. Blah, blah, blah. Life goes on. Then we get internet again. And I see there's a whole YouTube thread on how I sold out. Okay, fine. That's not. It's only because you guys, I'm being caught in a weird time right now. I'll get back to that. But you're right. I watched it back yesterday. Watched the video back yesterday. It did not come clear. So what I wanted to mostly say is that, hello, Alex is a dumbass. What else is new? She's evil, right? She is evil, and there is a honest witch hunt right now out there for her. Now, the witch hunt has a bad connotation, which means all made up. In this case, Alex is the witch, but you know what happened? I accidentally put the hat on, so I became the witch. Okay? I did not mean to go lightly on somebody who protects a PDF file. Okay? Words cannot explain to you how disgusting that I think that is. Maybe I thought when I did my video that was obvious because I also talked about that relative I I know. I mean, the relative is still alive. This person did, we'll call him Chester. Okay, we'll call him Chester. Chester did his crime back in the 90s, and I don't know. I mean, we're not close to Chester at all, but I knew back in the 90s, Chester's crime, I don't know, this person, the victim was really young. Okay, not that she was, I think she might have been 6. So I know Papa kind of wanted to unalive him. I don't really want to get into the whole. It was a very bad reaction from us, whom, again, we were not close to this person. We just, like I said, we happened upon this person because we were close with another relative, and sometimes he was there. So, Papa actually hadn't trusted this person for his entire life. I don't know. I don't even want to go there right now. But now, recently, Chester has or had been helping another family member where we had no choice but to cross paths with Chester again. Now, did I go, ah, child, you know what, or get out of here, let me kill you? You can't. I wanted to. I felt very uncomfortable having to say, oh, hi, how are you? How you doing? I did not want to do that, but when you're an adult living in the adult world, you you can't do that. I'd like to do that, but I can't. And listen, if you don't understand and you still want to cancel me for this, leave it in the comments, then unsubscribe. But just leave me a comment because I read them all. Well, I try to read them all. So that was the cordial I was speaking about. It was not, hey, let's have a cookout. Give me a hug. No, it's, oh, hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in decades. How's it going? But no, I didn't run away screaming, and I didn't grab a stick and beat this person. You can't, unfortunately, in polite society, you can't. Plus, it's not my relative, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that leads me to my next point of calling Alex dumb just to call her dumb. She's dumb. Okay, she's ignorant. So back to Chester. There are family members who are just like this. They'll forgive them, they'll whatever, blah blah blah. I don't really understand it, but they have to forgive. Like this person's Chester's mother, okay? That's just, and these people are kind of from New England. They're from New England. So it's, I'm not trying to down New England, but I understand why Alex is so stupid. Now, she's evil. Because again, I knew in the 90s that it was wrong, okay? And I scrubbed it from my life, okay? She's evil to have written that as an adult. Those 2 letters that are piss poor written. I doubt they moved any sort of needle on being more easy on him. Just the sheer fact that she wrote the letter 100%, no wavering, makes her evil. Whether or not she acknowledges it or not. So that's why I think that apology, I don't know, well, I don't even think you can call it that, went off not well, because she should have said, my dad is evil. I am dumb. All right. I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe there's no coming back after that, but she hasn't come back after that. But I'm here. Now, leave me comments, please, guys. Seriously, the meanest comment I'll pin. Okay? I can take it. I'm here to take it. I'm trying to get better. You know, when I read those comments on Reddit, and then I did not reply because I'm not that person. But no, when I read those comments on Reddit, I'm like, shit. And then when I listened to the video back, I'm like, ooh, I need to fix this. So, but anyways, so what I want to do today, now, first of all, you may or may not notice, I put her videos back up. So now we're going to get into the complexity that is this damn YouTube situation. Okay. So, I have a life outside of YouTube and I can't get, let me tell you something. Because now I feel like I'm opening up for you guys. It's okay. Do what you want. If I get into some kind of legal dispute, I have to disclose it to my employer. Okay? I am not about that life. This to me was cathartic and fun. Cathartic because I was mercilessly teased as a child in elementary school. And like, just as a off the topic, I know I'm rambling, but too bad. Porcahontas from Berlin yesterday. I'm like, oh, I think I've heard of them all now. Porcahontas. Oh my God, that is gold. But I was mercilessly teased. Okay. I am not teasing Alex right now. I'm trying to help her. I wish somebody would have taken me aside and put me under their wing back in the day, and I would have figured all this out earlier. Okay? So it's cathartic for me to see this, know the life that I've lived, and point out the mistakes. That's what I do. I'm not Alana. I'm not Mrs. Snowflake. I'm not Priscilla P. I'm coming at this from a completely unique view, and I never want to come out here and say something that I don't feel or believe because I'm not a good actress. I'm just not. I hope to make this entertaining. Sometimes it's entertaining. Like today, I feel like this is a little sit down, sort of rambly, but I can't fake who I am. Okay. And I make this YouTube channel because I'm trying to make the world a better place. I originally started it talking about what it's like to have weight loss surgery after, was it 6 years, 7 years, 8 years? I don't know. I lose track. But it morphed into reacting because it's easier for me to talk about myself based upon what I'm seeing others do and pointing out their flaws. Not because I'm a wicked bitch of the West or calling somebody any names, because I'm not. I'm just explaining because I've been there, right? And I also don't like to, I didn't want to talk about her PDF father because number one, it's disgusting. Okay, now, first and foremost, I don't even like the thought crossing my head. I've never been the victim of that, so that's strike two. And strike three, you have to dance around it, okay? You have to tiptoe around the words. I hate that. I suck at that. I just do, because I'm like kind of off the cuff a lot. But that being said, I hope it makes sense. Remember, all of this is my opinion based upon my lived life. I'm not overly dramatic. I'm just trying to put out there some common sense because we're lacking it. Okay, this is the real world. The YouTube world is odd. You've got your, witch hunts and cancels and who could get the dirt the quickest. I'm not into that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be here then. I don't know. Maybe I don't belong in girl world. But I'm gonna keep doing videos. And to the 5 of you who stay, thank you. I appreciate that. And if this is not your style, definitely tell me in the comments. Oh, my attempt at being funny went over like a fart in church. Anywho, I did though. So I think I was saying I know I'm like all over the place. I'm unprivating all of Alex's videos. So originally when this happened, I was speaking to people and because one of the options is to work with the person. So I know, I took business law. I didn't take, I'm not a lawyer, but I took business law because you're required to get your accounting degree. And I know enough about like contracts and shit like that I don't want to get involved in it. Copyright's its own animal. So, I took the, hey, let's make a deal route. one of the things I had promised to do was to take her videos down that are full videos, because it is very possible that I sat there for more than 30 seconds without saying anything because it's boring as shit. But I'm pretty sure I often like rolled my eyes, whatever. So it's not, transforming a video isn't as easy as you think. Let's just leave it at that. So I figured, all right, let's give this stupid one the benefit of the doubt, because number one, I figured they're old news. Like, everybody's seen them, which I realized not everybody's seen them. So most of them are back. I'm going to keep working on it today. Secondly, it's like, okay, all right, Alex, you're ruining. There's other things I want to do on YouTube. I want to start making tutorials about Excel pivot tables, for example. Very big part of what I do when I was more of a trainer. I used to do things like this. I would like to do videos because some of the videos out there are terrible. So I want to keep my YouTube channel, even though I said when this shit happened, which I knew it would, I would stop. I can't quit. So I had said I'd take the videos down and not use her complete videos anymore. She replied back. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up for you. So she writes back, "Dear Mama Goop, I'm not ready to come out with my real name. I think some of you know my real name, but I'm not ready yet. On behalf of Alexandra Rodriguez," speaking of herself in the third person. Either that or it was her mom, her real estate agent mom. I don't know. "We are writing to inform you that the copyright claim on your video is under review for withdrawal. While there are concerns about copyrighted material use, Alexandra is open to resolving this without escalation. If you agree to removing all videos featuring Alexandra Rodriguez from your channel, refrain from using full clips or extended footage of her content in future uploads, we'll release the current copyright strikes. Negative commentary targeting Alexandra has impacted her livelihood and mental health. While criticism is expected, there's a difference between commentary and persistent personal targeting. Please respond to confirm the agreement. Upon confirmation, the copyright strikes will be removed." This was July 23rd. I replied on July 24th. I wasn't going to reply, but then I figured, I talked to some people, adult people, like people not in the dramaverse of YouTube, and they said I should just do it. So, because like I said, there's other things I wanted to do with my channel. So I replied basically saying, I said, "Okay, I've already taken down most, if not all, the videos that weren't struck. Once the struck ones are restored, I will take them down as soon as possible. I was already planning a new approach to my reactions anyways." So here we are, August 3rd today. Yeah, today's August 3rd. The strikes were not removed. I haven't heard anything from Alex since then. So I'm not, she's not sticking up to her end of the bargain. Well, neither am I. Also, in the minutes that I had for internet while I was gone this week, I tried to contact one copyright attorney. No reply. Which means that, I don't know, I'm going to try another copyright attorney, because somebody mentioned here that, I should do a GoFundMe if I had to, if she takes me to court. And I was going to do that. So I was going to contact I wanted to see how feasible this case was. I'm still going to probably try to do that today or tomorrow to get another attorney. This one I contacted was in Miami. I could actually call them on the phone. I wasn't able to call them on the phone last week. So I still might go that route should she have she's bringing me to court. I don't know. She could. And then I'd have to disclose it to my job. And then it's out of the bag that I react to obese women. Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't consider myself a bad person. I consider myself an honest and pragmatic person. And You know, that's all there is to it. I'm not doing this for drama. I mean, it's nice having a secondary source of income, but, you know. So, that brings us to this moment where she still hasn't uploaded since the terrible her mea culpa. So I do want to actually react to the video that I missed last week. She apparently started a podcast, and which some people said that her striking the channels was to bring attention to her for her podcast. I don't know. Didn't listen to the podcast. I was already having a bad enough week last week that I just couldn't handle it. So, but I'm going to make that its own video because at this point, let's see, I've been filming for 25 minutes just on myself. Who wants to hear that? But I want to upload this real quick because I do want to get my apology out there. Seriously, you don't have to watch, obviously. You don't have to sub. But if you do want to watch and sub and you think I'm a moron, too light on her, seriously, let me know. I think the only time I've ever deleted a comment was because it was a duplicate. Okay, I've done that. Now, I do have that whole section that I never look in, so YouTube filters some of the contents. I don't really go into that. Maybe I should. I don't know, but so let me know what you think. Let me know if this apology was good enough or if you think my apology still sucked and I doubled down. Let me tell you, she's evil. I don't know how else to say she's evil. She's evil. She is. That's evil. It's evil to hurt children, and then it's evil almost on the same level, actually. So she's as evil as her dad for supporting him. That's how I feel. I kind of thought that was obvious because I advocate for children a lot, but it wasn't. So for that, I apologize, but know that she's evil, and Mama Goob will 100% back that up. But anyways, guys, look for my next reaction video. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really hope to catch you on the next one. Bye!